Alright. Now, my defense is 6 of 6, which means that if I do take over one of these areas, I'm going to need to give one of these things away. So what I always do is I start giving it away in tiers. Obviously, if you've been watching this quick look, or if you have any familiarity with this game, you'll know that there's basically 4 tiers or 4 or 5. I'm trying to think. Actually, I'm not positive. I want to say there's 5. Yeah, there's 5 tiers of ruling. There's baronies, counties, duchies, kingdoms, and empires. So I am a count, which means that I have, obviously, these guys are all barons who are my vassals. And in Cadiz, I hold 2 of the baronies. Here I hold 1. So what I'll do is I'll give away one of the baronies to someone else, and so then I maintain the counties and some of the baronies that I think are more useful. Like, for example, this city here, the city is probably actually the best a barony to hold, but you can't really do that because they always elect mayors. So notice this guy's lowborn. He's not even part of a family. He's just the mayor because the people of that city like him. If I were to marry my daughter to this guy, I don't think that his line would continue. Let's see here. So Kareem has trouble making friends. He'll either gain gregarious or honest. Neither of those are that bad. Here he could gain deceitful or greedy. Deceitful's bad, greedy's not horrible. Slothful is the worst trait other than... Actually, it might be the worst trait. So, other than, like, imbecile or whatever. So we're going to go for this because neither of those are too bad. It's perfect. Gregarious is exactly what we wanted. I think that means he loses shy. Great. It's terrific. Exactly what we want. We have a humble, gregarious heir, both of which are positive. See, this is why I like to train them myself. Okay, so now we need a new spy master again. If it's anything less than 14, I'm going to get a new guy. Alright. It is, so let's invite some nobles. 1, 2, 3. I never like to do more than 3, so, because it costs money. So, yeah, this guy is my best bet. He's not very good, and that's really no good because, well, as you'll note, my intrigue skill is awful. So, just like my son's, his is also awful. But, shouldn't be too bad. Okay, what's the deal with this guy? He wants to kill Ghani ibn Kamal. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to imprison this guy because, first of all, I don't know who this guy is. And second of all, he is my killer court imam. Look at this. Great. You can't get better than that. Here we have another... he wants to become back Grand Vizier. He has acted dishonorably towards me. How is he dishonor... Oh, he's backing the plot. So we just... stop backing this plot. I could have imprisoned him. I'm not going to. I'll just tell him to end it. They could restart it, but they probably won't. Usually these guys listen to me. Yeah, so that's just don't do that. Yeah, so I don't want this guy to, he's possessed, which is probably why he started plotting. Really. But look at this guy. He's so useful. Great, I can fight him. Let's hope it's a daughter. Don't want any more sons. Really don't. They're all gonna die. Like, any more sons I get, they're all just dead. Dead meat. Let's look at this. So, we've lost control of one area, and I don't even know why we're fighting this war. What the heck do we give a crap about Barcelona? Okay, Abu Bakr is often involved in fights. Why is it Abu Bakr? Okay, so it's my 3-year-old son. That's good news. He could gain proud, wroth, diligent, or cruel. He could gain cynical, diligent, or slothful. He could gain... Okay, the best one is that's good news. Because he could get proud or diligent, but wroth or cruel still suck. Wroth, great. Well, whatever. He's not going to be my heir. Unless, well, he could be. So, here's something that you actually have to worry about a lot in this game. You need to pay attention to whose mother is... So this Kareem, my heir, is her child, which means that this wife and the other 2 wives I have every reason to want him dead. So it's likely that they'll try to kill him. And same with these other kids. The other kids could get killed by scheming wives. So it's really, really, like, that's something that has happened to me and probably will again. So I could still imprison this guy. I don't know what he did to act dishonorably towards me. He loves me. Thinks I'm like the best person ever. So I don't know why I would do that. I think he's dishonorable, which... I don't know. Interesting. Somebody wants to explain that to me, they please do. I do not understand that. Yeah, so I'm wanting to observe Ramadan again. I think that's going to go away before long. Yeah, July of 98. Aha! So, my emirate, my liege has just died, which means that my new liege is just a little kid. And he likes me, but I suspect that I hate him. Yup. I'm ambitious. I desire the emirate of Portugal. He has a short reign and I have a title claim, and all these things are things that I will be dealing with a lot more as a true ruler. I will see many vassals like this, and usually in a situation like this I would actually probably have given Kareem the emirate. One of these 2 would need to have the emirate because they control it. I don't actually control any territory in it, so it wouldn't make any sense for me to hold it. Because they would all have this big disposition hit of 20 on me. This guy, no doubt, has the same exact thing towards his liege. Yeah, he wants the emirate too. So, this guy's going to die. As soon as he dies, he's ill. Actually, he might not die. He's more likely than I am to die. But anyway, let's hope he dies. If he dies, then he'll have a big problem because he has a ton of kids. In fact, let's see what I can do here. Assassinate this guy. 32% chance. That's nothing. That's not worth it. Declare war. I could conquer either one. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. My wife wants to kill my heir, and that's because she has a son who's Abu Bakr, the next in line. So, what's this do? It's kind of cool. Anyway, that's why I like to have my spy master be useful. This is extremely big deal. She is not going to stop trying to kill Kareem. And the unfortunate thing is, her parents are extremely important people. Her father is this guy, who, you know, the incredibly old. So now I have another son. Let's name him Ali. Great, perfect. Son's exactly what I want. Anyway, my point is, you know, she wants to kill my heir so that her sons will be the heir. And if she does this, then it's really bad. I need to make it so that she will not do that. I can imprison her. No one will object. It's probably a good idea. In fact, I'm gonna do it. Done. I'm not gonna execute her, but yeah, you'll see. So these 2 guys have acted dishonorably towards me because they were plotting against me. My wife was acting dishonorably against me because he was trying to kill my son. That's not going to happen. I care way more about my heir than I do about any of my wives. I would gladly imprison them all just to keep... Like, at this point, I have enough kids. I'm not going to lose my succession to freak accident. My wives are basically expendable. So, that is my current situation. I want to see what this guy thinks about me because I actually care. So, I imprisoned his child. If I killed his child, again, he would not be happy. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let her just kind of die in prison. Usually, yeah, her health goes down by, you know, a lot. And I'm going to just let her rot. I'm not going to let her out. So I can actually claim a lot of areas. Great, my guy's sick. I can claim Cordoba. I can claim... Yeah, I can claim stuff. Oh, cool! Cordoba has become independent. Great! I can actually take Cordoba. So let's look at Cordoba. Let's see the specifics of it. They have a lot of troops. I might need my heir. Or my... So... What's the deal with this guy? Perfect! Oh, the guy died just in time. Now, this guy is more my friend. I can probably do something with him. Yeah, so notice what keeps happening though. It's like a constant thing. And this is exactly what I was talking about. See how these guys keep getting imprisoned by their brother? It's because they will rebel, and it's because of this. They're pretender and claimants, title claimants, half brothers. All of those things are negative 110 opinion, and it's just something that you'll have from your brother once you have a succession. So you have to get rid of your brothers. You don't want to leave them like alive as a Muslim. It's really true. Okay, so let's do this. Let's declare war on him. I should have enough troops. I'm not 100% sure I will, but I can probably get my ally. Malaga also is independent. What's the deal with this? Granada has expanded a bit. Looks like. Is this the same guy? Looks like it was recently conquered or something. Interesting. So there's been a little bit of a shakeup in yeah, I think that's how these two guys got away, is because this guy took it over. There's been a little bit of a shakeup in party politics here. Let's declare war on this guy. We have had a previous claim on Cordoba from a long time ago. So these two combined should be enough. Yeah, I still don't have those guys. Yeah, there's plenty of troops. Aha! Look at that! Another rebellion! So let's see what's going on here. I had a small numerical advantage, but I have superior... Well, actually... Yeah, I have superior teammates. Well, actually... I do, but... Notice that they teamed up on my guy. And so... That guy ran away. I defeated... Oh my god, I still won the battle. Okay, so... They lost 362. And I captured this guy. Now, what I like to do is I like to hold prisoners until I desperately need them. And the reason for that is that I don't want them to die, because this guy's likely going to be This guy's likely going to be my vassal. And I can use I can use a person that's in prison, I can release them, and that will give a boost to my vassal's opinion of me by, I think, 15. And it lasts for a couple of years, so it's extremely useful in averting short-term crises. Now, one thing I like that's important that I should have mentioned earlier is that you can look to see who's in what area, and you'll see exactly where they're going. So this guy is going to Alcantaras, or Alcantara. I don't know why I can't speak Spanish today. So I'm going to go there and follow him there and track him down and try to defeat him again. And while this is going on, I'm fighting his troops here. I'm besieging his town. So it's very likely that I will win. Okay, again, I defeated them. Okay, so then I got perfect. This is all going real well for me. I've beaten their troops here. They're going to Caceres, and so who just died? Brutania, my mother. Oh no, she's not my mother. She was the mother of the guy I killed in that accident. So this is sort of paralleling real life. In real life, there were a lot. This was accurate. There were a lot of these small Muslim areas, and they all kept inviting in the Almoravids to intervene in various wars, and eventually the Almoravids just were like, well, we can just conquer them all. So they did, and that was the end of the independent Taifa, which is what they were called. They were the Taifa states in southern Spain. It's very interesting stuff. I really like the reading about the Islamic Spain. It's as far as I know, it's the only country in Europe that really went was partly Christian, partly Muslim, mostly Muslim at one point, and then over 500 years it just got totally reversed and became entirely Christian, radically so. But there's so much Islamic architecture and stuff left in Spain that it's just extremely cool. So great. Now this is exactly what I needed. Castelo Branco is now Sunni. So now that Castelo Branco is Sunni, I get men from it. Braganca, still not Sunni. Porto has a lot of troops, but Columbra and Castelo Branco are now mine. And as soon as I get Cordoba, I will have a lot more areas. And then I can take over this from that guy, and I will be able to have six cities, and then I'm going to rebel. That's my plan. Let's see how much I can do of that right now. And this has been extremely good because essentially I'm losing. I'm able to take advantage of this situation that's just happened, where a bunch of people, where there was a little bit of a shakeup, and now this is independent. These are now independent, and you know, it's just extremely good. And then I got really lucky with this good court imam. So now let's perform charity here. We want our vassals to like us more. For this big war here, it's not a big war. It's sort of like a preliminary big war to this big war. I'm going to try to raise my vassals' opinion of me a little bit so that I can get a little more troops out of them. So great, Cordoba just won that siege. Let's see what this guy will take. He still wants a little more. It's just a flesh wound, says he. As his arm has been cut off, and I destroyed his army. So let's see, he's got 61 men that are besieging my home territory, which is not going to work. So I don't care. Raiders at camp. I lose some men. But now I've joined my two armies together, and so this will fall very fast. And now my wife is again pregnant. Again. Having too many kids. If this is another son, it's just horrible. Who's teaching her? Muhammad and Quran. That's fine. I don't think I said to do that, but you know, no big deal. So, this guy, I can still imprison these two guys. What's this guy's deal? Great. See, this guy's great. It's terrific. Aha! Look at that! This is making my life super easy. I'm not even having to really do much. I'm not having to fight real wars because I'm not... This guy's rebellion is taking care of him. It's just extremely lucky. I'm hoping that this guy will come through for me. He's been my Grand Vizier forever. Oh, well, he's 56. I think he was my first guy's Grand Vizier. I don't think I've even changed Grand Viziers. So let's actually look to see if we have anybody who's equally good. We do not. He's by far the best person we've got. So I don't want to replace him. I just need to start thinking about when he dies. Really, the quality of my council has fluctuated so much just in Kareem's reign. It's pretty surprising. Okay, great. That'll speed things up a bit. Yep. They have actually a fair amount of defenders. Alright, what's the deal here? So this is Abu Bakr. I think I'm going to put him under my personal control just in case. Just in case Kareem does get killed by something. You know, could be my wife, could be a battle, could be whatever. Any number of things could happen to him. So I don't want that to happen. Great. Terrific. Just what I needed. Another son. Okay, what should I name him? Oh, now I'm going to name him Abdullah, which means servant of Allah. My Arabic is not great, but I do find their names interesting. Okay, so, offer peace. Again, he still won't give up, even though I've taken over 2 of his territory. Okay, so he's got 4, so no wonder he's not that scared. And that's why the levy is so big, is because he's got 4 areas. Whereas Cadiz only has 3. This guy also has 4. So what's the deal with this guy? Alright. Aha, great. Abu Bakr's torturing rats. He could lose the trait cruel, could gain kind. Let's do that. This is the best one, I think, because we could get a good trait. Oh, perfect. Kind is really useful. Cruel sucks, and the reason is just because it affects this. It affects opinions. Everybody's opinion of a kind person is better than of a cruel person, which is extremely realistic, and I like it. So let's educate Uthman here. He is definitely going to die as the middle child. He has really no chance, but you know, like usually what I do is if Kareem were to die, main guy were to die right now, I would have this guy right away imprison and kill everybody except for Abdullah, my youngest, and that's because there's the farthest amount of time in between him growing up and him dying, and that would give this guy enough time to have a son, and at which point I would immediately kill him. Because I always want to have a backup heir, just in case. You know, my guy, you remember when Kareem was a child, there was only him as an heir, and it was extremely risky for 16 years until I could finally, you know, even that Hajj I took was sort of a risk versus reward proposition, just because I had to have an heir. Okay, so now my guy's bald. He's turned 30. He looks a little different. I could tell he was going to go bald, but just by the wispiness of his hair up there. Alright, so I just won another siege. Let's see what this guy's got now. He still won't give up. Wow. I don't know what to say. He thinks that he can beat me. Okay, another assassin message. They've spread to Syria. they're hunting down, they seen it as obstacles to their obscure plan. It's so interesting. Like, I love, you know, I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan. Anybody who knows those games knows this sort of situation with the Assassins and the Templars, and yeah, so, you know, the first game, which is definitely the worst of the games they've made, but I still like it just because it takes place in this era. It deals with that very very well, I think. Deals with the sort of distrust of assassins over, you know, the nobility of the Templars, even though that the assassins are actually the ones that are more interested in justice and so forth. So this guy is actually besieging us. He's not doing a great job. Okay. Charitable little rascal. That's wonderful. He's turning out well. I lose a little prestige, but he gains charitable. Everybody likes charitable people. Charitable or greedy, they're both okay. I don't mind either of those. Right now my heir is turning out extremely well. He's got 3 extremely good traits. I suspect he's going to jump really high in this learning, which is decent. So I just want another season. This is the end of the war. I just definitely we won that war.